But here's another thing, dude. UFC is running a live show, full capacity in Jacksonville, April 24th. So,
Yeah.
indoor, it's an indoor building, full capacity. It now shows like WWE could run the same thing. They're just choosing not to right now. AEW as well.
Yeah. What does that mean for WWE and AEW, though?
I don't know. Well, WWE needs to get out of that building soon. Baseball's starting in a couple of weeks, so that building is not going to be accessible for them. Do they stay in Tampa, for a couple of weeks in that stadium and just make it a Thunderdome and see if they could do that? I don't know. There's a couple buildings, up for grabs right now. There's a building in Tampa that they could possibly run. There's a bunch of places in Texas that they could possibly run. We're hearing that, here in New York, for example. By the way, I am hearing WWE is very interested in coming to New York in September.
Really?
Yeah. I'm hearing
Ballroom.
Well, they want to run the Garden, but they cannot run the Garden at 50%. It's just not going to work.
You don't think so? You don't think?
No.
Yeah.
Financially, they can't. Financially, it's impossible right now, and that's why you only see the Rangers playing or the Knicks playing. There's nothing else happening at the Garden because they're at 10% capacity. That's going to go up to 35, then 50, but that's going to change. And I'm also hearing that on April 18th, the state is going to eliminate the curfew.
Oh, wow.
In New York. So things are changing.
Let me ask you. So you went to that Ranger game a couple of weeks ago. How was that experience for you? Like what in the Garden, what were the protocols in place? Like what did you have to go through and how big was the crowd?
Getting in, very easy. There was probably about 2,000 people in the building, 1,500 in the stand, in the seats, and another 500 in skyboxes. It was like watching a junior varsity practice.
Everybody was like far away from each other.
Everybody's far away in the stands.
Wow.
Everybody's very quiet. They're just watching. You didn't
keep
really
your mask on the whole time.
If you're seating, yes, but if you're drinking or eating, you don't have to have it on. I didn't see anybody really busting chops over that if you were sitting because everybody was so separate. Like we were the only people with there were 3 rows in front of us empty and all the rows next to us were empty.
Wow.
So it really, you could take that mask off and walk around and you would not be in contact with anybody. The stands are the concession stands are very bare. No merch for kids. Like it was done very half-assed, but it's still fully staffed. So you're hemorrhaging money. You're not doing this to make revenue. You're doing this just to get things rolling again, get the the engine pumping again. So I don't know. We'll see. But what does this mean for AEW and WWE? I expect AEW to start upping it in Jacksonville soon. WWE, same thing. WWE wants to start touring, and there's about I think 20 states right now that they could possibly do something in. I don't think it's the desirable states though for them. But here's how this works. You go into a market that you rarely run. Now you may sell out because there's no such thing as a bad market. People want to go and do things. So if you're looking at, I'm throwing a market. Okay, I'm not saying they're going to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Sure.
Right. I don't even know if WWE runs Lincoln, Nebraska, but now they might because people want to go and do things.
You think they might end up running like the quote unquote like B towns?
I think they're going to run whatever they could run. I think Vince wants to get out and start touring again because he's realizing that, you're missing a major portion of your income. Your TV deals, obviously, you're a TV product now, and that's what your money is. But the wrestlers get their money from touring. They get their money from their other deals. Their downside guarantees, not their only source of income. So you've taken that away. You've taken side hustles away, and now you're left with just your downside guarantee. Not great.
So what you're saying is, as opposed to running the Garden, you know how like when WWE advertises in New York, they'll advertise, Monday Night Raw at the Garden and the house show at White Plains. So they're going to start doing the like White Plains, etc.
At the Mid Hudson Civic Center. Listen, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm very the next month. I would say the next 45 days is very crucial for everything. everything could shift in 45 days.
Oh, for sure.
The restrictions could be totally loosened up and we just go back to regular society, or it'll eventually, or we'll have to start locking things down like in Europe right now, because Italy's locked down again. Poland just did a lockdown again. So I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I have no idea. I'm just going based on the moment. I think WWE, if we're on the trajectory that we're on right now, I think WWE and AEW within the next month will start running with more people. Definitely WWE is going to be running after WrestleMania with people. I don't know where, but we'll find out. Hey guys, thanks for checking out Mattman Clips. If you want to listen to a full episode of the show, click on one of the links below and be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube and of course everywhere podcasts are available.